me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. They be taking everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, for Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a. Them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways.
Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Leopard! Now lucky 56! Lucky 56!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Throwing on first down is Allen. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now second and 13. On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit the tackle to Brandon Mebane.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Allen to throw it. Left side here, caught by Clay. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
2nd down, Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Here we go. White.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now McCoy. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. This complete to the tight end play. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals.
Steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily.
Go.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, getting to the quarterback, that's an area Buffalo really wants to improve this season.
Hard to believe they went to the playoffs last year. Just 27 sacks on the season. Would that rank in the league? 29th
Tied for
overall?
29th.
Tied for 29th. If they want to get back to the playoffs, they'll have to up that number deep into the 30s.
Rivers. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Bills getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LeSean McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo, and Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
Here's Allen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Melvin Ingram in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
From this vantage point, that seems like a pretty dangerous call, running a toss that close to your own goal line. I think what they were hoping is that they were going to get some pressure from the defensive front and maybe beat them to the corner and then turn upfield with a lot of yardage to run.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Lorenzo Alexander in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Play action now. Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys in great field position, probably near midfield or better.
And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Leopard! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. He's going to air one out. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Here's Desmond King on the return. And an alley to run. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. First down, Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rivers again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, Rocket! Hey, Rocket!
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now they go with a slant that time. 15 yards and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Here we go.
Rivers on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now a second down throw for Rivers. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. He finds an opening past the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Allen going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kelvin Benjamin as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. And they'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, ready. 390.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Trent Murphy in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Maybe a free play here for Rivers. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Second down, Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Rivers now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 0.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jerry Hughes in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Rivers now on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Drew Kaiser now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's McCoy. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On first down, this is Ivory. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leopard! Four down, check, four down.
This give is to McCoy. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Bills on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Coleman has it here right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the press. Allen hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
12. Here we go.
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
On play action, Allen. Going deep for Benjamin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Rivers. Wide open. It's Allen complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
From the gun, Rivers. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It's Jaleel Addae who brings him down.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
All right, here we go. Blue,
They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From midfield, here's Allen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Returning, it's Benjamin. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Hey! Set, 390. Keep it skinny.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And now he's taken down. And Rivers in the end zone. Down to the ground he goes. That results in a safety and 2 points. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This will be fielded at the 17.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Now let's go. Green.
On third down, here's McCoy. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Over the middle, complete. That's Allen. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Load it. Hey, load it. Go orange. Hey, hut.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Forced out to his left. He's going to... This is caught inside the 15.
Here we go.
A gain of 39 that time. First down now, but that clock rolling. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A gain of 6 there on first. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
The Chargers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again here, Rivers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams